Let's welcome anchor Cindy Brown. Cindy was an early organizer of the Miami AIDS Walk and the White Party for Care resource. She is the programs director for the Lambda Living program at Jewish Community Services. And she also served as the founding executive director of Miami Beach Pride. Cindy, the LGBTQ Elders Conference by Lambda Living, Pridelines, and Sage is on May 16th. Tell me what's happening.
Well, we are presenting the second annual LGBTQ Elders Awareness Day Conference on Friday, May 16th from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. It will take place at the Scott Galvin Community Center, named after a gay North Miami commissioner who was the longest serving commissioner in the city. And it promises a vibrant day of celebration and learning. Open to all, the attendees can look forward to a keynote panel, interactive workshops, meditation, intergenerational conversation, and a lively social hour. A complimentary lunch will be served. The gathering aims to strengthen community bonds and spotlight the experiences of LGBTQ seniors. For more information, visit Eventbrite and search for LGBTQ Elders Awareness Day Conference. This is really exciting. This is the second year we're doing this. We started it last year and had a really great response. And so we're holding it again this year. It's a great opportunity for seniors to come together and, first of all, get out of their houses and have some social interaction, but also to learn about things that might benefit them as, you know, we're all aging. Some of us are aging quicker than others.
Yep.
But, you know, this is a great opportunity to learn a few things, have fun, and meet new people. And so I encourage any LGBT seniors in South Florida to visit Eventbrite, and hopefully you can join us.
You know, we've talked a lot of times in this community about, and when I hear the word elder, you know, to me it's a lot of respect, because growing up in the church, it was a word that was used a lot, and there was a lot of respect behind it. But we talk about in our gay community, per se, especially among men, about how the younger generation today doesn't have a mentor. You know, some of the people that are considered elders today had a mentor when they were growing up and was gay. And I just think this could also be an opportunity for some of the younger people to kind of come out and get to know people and learn lessons that they're not going to learn from anyone else.
Yeah, and that's why intergenerational conversations are so important, and it goes both ways.
Right.
I mean, I think that it's important for those of us who are older to understand the experiences of queer youth today. I'm not afraid of the word queer. I know a lot of seniors are, but and with reason. But it's important to share the different stories so we can understand each other.
Yep.
You know, because we are family.
Yeah, I think it is important, again, having those intergenerational conversations. I think, you know, both what we're seeing that's happening at the forefront of our community, a lot of it are things that our elders dealt with, but in very different capacities, and vice versa. You know, the younger generation doesn't know the struggles that a lot of the older generation went through. I mean, I'm going to speak to you, Cindy, directly, but to say you're the founder of Miami Beach Pride, people don't realize that somebody had to put their neck on the line to begin an event that people now go to and just act like, oh, this is just a normal Saturday. It wasn't just a normal Saturday when you
Not
first
for
stepped out.
me. I'm so proud of what it's become.
Right.
It's
And
amazing.
It's really important to tell those stories. I think people take pride for granted, and you know that's just a great story to tell about.
Especially when they're trying to erase our stories.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, this right now we're like in volatile times. You know, I think that intergenerational, right, just banding together as a community, right, just holding hands. I think a lot of us, like me, you know, I'm younger. I don't really have many mentors, right? An event like this would be good for me, right, to get to know, you know, hear stories, get to know people, you know, just share that social aspect, right? That, you know, even younger people feel, right? Like sometimes they feel the social isolation. It's not just during COVID, it's even now.
Yeah, and it's interesting because nobody teaches gay history in schools.
No.
So unless you have people around you who can share their experiences or other experiences, you just don't know. You don't know. I do have a LGBT 101 class, so if anyone wants to learn about history of the community, I can certainly show you.
And I know, we talked about, the Pride Center had an event recently that hosted seniors, and I know for Miami Beach Pride, you held
The lounge,
Right.
yeah.
the lounge for seniors, but there aren't a lot of places that are welcoming for our for older people in our community
Right.
that are not outside of bars or nightclubs. And events like this are so important because people kind of become forgotten if they don't have a place to convene.
Yeah, in organizations, I mean, the program I run is specifically focused on addressing social isolation, food insecurity, mental health,
Right.
of LGBT seniors. And there are a lot of LGBT seniors that you don't see places. They're very poor. They live alone. They might have health issues. And I think that, historically, I think the gay community didn't want to see things like that. No, but it's so important, because if it wasn't for the older folks in the community, we would not be sitting around this table having this amazing conversation on Queer News Tonight. It wouldn't happen.
Yep.
So.
Well, that is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing, and Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you at the LGBTQ Elders Awareness